And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday ahead of the FOMC meeting, and I would expect some volatility today and really for the direction of Bitcoin's price to settle out probably around Thursday or Friday this week, along with NASDAQ, which you can see here on my screen. And when do the GDP numbers come out? That is going to be Friday the 29th here. You can verify that right here. Excuse me. When did the here we go. On Google, GDP comes out September 29th. And I just find it a bit odd, right? They give, the second quarter is already over, right? So they basically give themselves a month to decide how they're going to lie to us. Sadly, right, this is the case, and we all know it. Anything broadcast on TV is likely a lie today, and I think a year from now, a lot of the people that have been tuning into content on YouTube, they're going to be a lot smarter, a lot more informed. And again, why you should go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and hit that like button. And if you hate the fake news media, hit the like button. And if you hate the fake news media, or you like Bitcoin, or you love Jesus, hit that like button. Anyways, what we're going to talk about today, some crypto news. We're going to talk about the FOMC meeting. We are also going to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum price targets. And by the way, if you watch the video to the end, we're going to give away some Bitcoin, but you have to watch till the end to find out how to win. If that doesn't rope you in, I don't know what will. So I'm going to jump right into it. Starting off with this article I found out today. Today, top Federal Reserve officials say they misread inflation and now they plan to correct the course. So what did Janet Yellen say? This is pretty funny. Quote, both of us could have probably used a better word than transitory. I guess you probably should have used a better word than transitory. Maybe hyperinflation, maybe $6 gasoline, maybe 75 basis point rate hikes are incoming. No, they knew this was going to happen ahead of the time. Anyways, we've been saying this for weeks. Next piece of news from the Senate. Yes, here's a good piece of news, right? U.S. senators introduce a bill for tax exemption on small Bitcoin transactions. Yes, the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act seeks to provide tax exemption for transactions up to $50 or trades which net a capital gain of less than $50. Yes, Senator Patrick Toomey and Kristen Sinema will introduce the bill today. And this was actually, I believe, like a day or two ago. So they're introducing the bill. Doesn't say it got approved. Okay, something else to note. Ethereum Classic gets an endorsement from Vitalik Buterin, but ETC price still risk a 50% crash. Now, what are they talking about? Where's the quote here from Mr. Vitalik, Mr. Buterin? Basically, where's the quote from Mr. Buterin? Mr. Buterin, what did you have to say on this? And I just read it. So notably, it says, Vitalik Buterin likes Ethereum Classic. The price pumped 20% to $27.50 2 days after Ethereum's co-founder, Vitalik Buterin, endorsed Ethereum Classic. And it went viral across social media. His comments, Buterin presented the chain was a fine POW alternative to Ethereum. So remember, Ethereum is supposed to upgrade in September from POW to POS. What is POW? Proof of work. and POS is proof of stake. So generally, again, the rule of thumb, forget about the news, the fake news media, which Cointelegraph is not that, but here's what's going on. Basically, as they upgrade the network, people are going to revert back to proof of work for a short period of time. And Ethereum Classic is actually breaking out ahead of Ethereum right now, looking a bit more bullish. And I would say this. Here's how we look on the short term. Are we going to have any bearish divergence forming back from this point? Yes, we will have several drives if we cannot take out this high. However, on the daily time frame, as you can see, we almost we rejected getting out of the bullish control zone. We are back in, and any kind of a daily closure above here, I'm going to look for a target of this guy right here. Ethereum Classic target, any kind of a daily closure above 28.15. I'm looking for a move up to about 31 bucks, and that will take out the high here, and that would dissolve that bearish divergence, and I would be looking for the next move up to about 36, 37 bucks. This one did get smashed on the head pretty hard, and we are taking out the weekly highs right here, and we had the retest. So I am looking for a move in general up to the green 55. Probably going to have a short-term pullback from this region. Okay. Ethereum Classic done. What's the next piece of news? Yes, Chipotle takes buy the dip literally with new 200K crypto giveaway. Yes, the restaurant chain will give away Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, Avalanche, and Dogecoin through an online game. So what do I suspect is Chipotle is realizing, hey, crypto is probably going to dump. Let's give away some crypto to all the crypto fans and make the best out of our losses here. So the United States-based fast casual restaurant chain Chipotle has started an online game which will give customers the chance to win more than $200,000 in crypto. In a Monday announcement, Chipotle said that through July 31st, fans would be able to play its Buy the Dip game using their rewards accounts. The company will give away $45,000 in Bitcoin, $10,000 in Ether, $13,750 in Solana, and $14,250 in Avalanche, and $14,250 in Dogecoin. Quote, we want to build the next generation of Chipotle fandom by connecting with the Web3 community, said the chief marketing officer, Chris Brandt. So the restaurant, how do we win? And wow, this is interesting. The restaurant chain will give away $100,000 in Bitcoin in April 2021 as a part of a promotion for, it says 2021. We're in 2022. Is this old? It says for National Burrito Day. So in June, Chipotle announced its roughly 3,000 restaurants in the United States would accept 98 cryptocurrencies as payment through digital payment provider Flexa. Other major fast food chains in the U.S. have organized similar crypto giveaways as the space grew in November 2021. Burger King partnered with Robinhood to give away Bitcoin, ETH, Dogecoin as a part of customers' purchases. McDonald's chain arm started a new campaign for customers to win 188 non-fungible tokens, NFTs, in celebration of its 31st anniversary, while its U.S. operations later filed multiple trademark applications suggesting an entry into the metaverse. Many users have been buying the dip in Bitcoin's price following significant volatility in the entire crypto market. Chipotle said it would give prizes based on the exchange rate on the day of the reward rather than at the end of the campaign. ProShares, on the other hand, recently began offering investment vehicles with exposure to shorting Bitcoin. Amid many reports, a crypto winter had arrived. Crypto winter had arrived. So it sounds like they're giving away all their garbage that they bought as a marketing ploy. Not a bad idea. All right. GDP numbers. Fed's rate hike. Okay, here's what I wanted to point out. So here's the FOMC calendar. I'm going to get back into NASDAQ here. And what you can see here, January 25th. So this is when the rate hikes come or the rate hikes don't come. And what I did, I went ahead and marked off with a horizontal on the daily time frame for the second day of the Fed meeting, where they announce whether they are going to raise the interest rates or not. And what you can see here is, well, let's just take a look. What happened to NASDAQ's price in on January 20, excuse me, the 26th. No, that was right. The 26th, we had a bit of a reversal to the upside. 9.8% to the upside. This one from the low to the high, up 13%. Okay, what happened here? So the Fed has raised rates 3 times this year. And what happened here on March 16th, we raised rates, and basically the Fed did what they said they were going to do. And the market interpreted that as healthy. Hey, the Fed's going to fight inflation. What happened here in May? We got a 75 basis point rate hike, the largest rate hike in history. And NASDAQ came down 15%. And, what did Bitcoin do on May 5th? Let's see what Bitcoin did on May 5th. Does anybody remember May 5th? Oh, what do you know? May 5th. May 5th, Bitcoin started a plunge from 39,000. That was a 32% downturn. I wonder if that's correlated with NASDAQ. Let's go back and take a look at the next one. June 16th. NASDAQ takes a little spill. Down 5.5%. What did Bitcoin do on June 16th? June 16th. What happened? Bitcoin, June 16th. I think this is fairly interesting. June 16th. So we had a bit of volatility, and that's what I would suspect today. Some volatility on Bitcoin's price action. So big up, big down. And then the market took off. I mean, from the low to the high, a 16% gainer. What did NASDAQ do? Did I get the right date there? June 16th. So for Bitcoin, excuse me. June, July. June 16th, down. Okay, yeah, that looks right. Excuse me, that was the correct move. June 16th began a 22% down. Okay, so as we spoke yesterday, Bitcoin playing out very technically. We broke the range. We hit them, and I'll just redraw this out for you guys if you haven't been following along here. But here was the range. Let's move that up. And this is going to be a bullish retracement from the low to the high. Sorry, from the high to the low. And you know the great old saying, close enough is close enough. if we do kind of wick to wick, let's get it down here a little bit lower. And that is why perhaps we could get that move a little bit northwards. But Bitcoin does like to move in kind of ladders. And usually the more conservative approach is candle body to candle body. The more aggressive approach is wick to wick. And I would say that these are the wicks. 24, 25,000. I mean, you always could come there. There isn't a lot of buying or selling pressure in between here and here. There's a giant node right there, giant node right there. So, you know, pretty much if we start closing dailies above 24,000, I am going to look for a move towards 27.8 to 29,000, something like that. I think a more reasonable number. Again, what happens is, you know, once resistance is broken, it becomes support. Once, you know, this is resistance, this is support, this is resistance, this is support. Okay, we break it, boom. And now this becomes support. And the next level is this guy right here. And we could draw this out like this here. If we're using candle bodies. Candle bodies are right there. So there isn't a whole lot of buying and selling pressure in this zone. So that's why, you know, today NASDAQ is up. And, you know, really, if we do get a daily closure back above here, which I don't think we will, honestly. I do think this is the fake out before the breakdown. But if this does close above here, the technical target off of this ascending triangle is going to be right here. We're going to take out these last couple of highs right here. You know, still have the potential for bearish divergence if we don't take out this high. But I think, you know, if we do close above here, that'll look good for a move, you know, to the top side of the range. Excuse me, for this target to get hit, at least the purple 200. And that would probably bleed on into Bitcoin's price action. Okay. So again, the measure move off of this ascending triangle is like this. You take it from the 50 percentile. Is that 50% or is this 50%? I'd say that looks a little bit closer, and that will get us a closer target. And usually these things don't break until 75%. So I think that has a little bit better of an idea right there. But I just think it's very interesting, you know, going into these Fed meetings, they're just going to lie to everybody anyways, right? And it doesn't matter exactly what happens. It's the interpretation, the expectation before the meeting that matters, right? What are people expecting? A 75 basis point rate hike? Some are saying they're going to do 100 basis points and get a little more aggressive because they misjudged. They were misguided based off of forward guidance, you know, whatever garbage lie they told the last time. They said they thought they're going to do a 75 basis point rate hike. I just heard news yesterday. Powell said, you know, he sees himself essentially stopping the rate hikes after this month. So they might want to do a 75 basis point rate hike coming into, I'm sorry, the market's interpretation, right? Versus the expectation versus the reality and the interpretation after what happens. That's what's important, not actually what they say. So the market is expecting the 75 basis point rate hike. If they come out and say, hey, we're going to do a 100 basis point rate hike, I think the market will take a spill. if they just say 75 basis point rate hike, they do what they said they're going to do. I don't know. I think that will probably be a positive for the market. And we have a chance of the bounces playing out that we talked about yesterday. So what were we talking about yesterday is that, yes, we'd reject here and come down probably to the 618, which I do think is probably the more likely case, just to give the markets the one. Oh, we did come down to the 618. What am I talking about? I think I did say, I think we probably head down to the 786 at about 20,000. And that would look something like this, guys, for Bitcoin's price action. We come back up to the 236, and then we come down to the 786. Oh, but that would just be another lower high, and this would be a lower low, and I would expect trend continuation and something like that. Really, I think our chance, the last chance for love here, is a massive bounce, some good news out of this FOMC meeting. And if we can start closing dailies back above 23,000, and is that pivot going to be relevant? Let's see. Let's put on some of our other indicators here. And I realize it's hard on your cell phone. If you're watching this on your cell phone, it's probably hard to see all the prices and indicators and whatnot. But if you watch it on your computer, it's a lot easier to see some of this stuff play out. So what was I saying here? Higher, low. Okay, Stokes will cross up above 23,200. So let's make that pivot 23,200. And we get the daily Stokes to, and look, we are rejecting the bearish control zone right here. However, we do have this drive, massive drives of bearish divergence. And that is where price is making a higher high, price is making a lower high, RSI is making a higher high, and that can even go back to this point right here, or even this point right here. Yeah, even more defined, critically defined. You want to see clear stop and reverse points to get confirmation on bullish or bearish divergence. And again, in the context of a downtrend, to get bearish divergence, the price is going to make lower highs and the RSI is going to make higher highs. Price is going to make lower highs, RSI is going to make higher highs. So in the context of a downtrend, we'll have three drives right here. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So coming back from this point right here, and I would say that is a clear enough stop and reverse point. So I'll draw it out for you guys. The trend line. Oh, look at that trend line. It matches up almost perfectly right here. And that's what you want to see too, is RSI to match up with various trend lines. And you can see this as well, coming back from this point. And this is classic. This should give us a shot actually down to the bottom side of the range. And as I have been very forthcoming about what is going to go on at the end of this month, the Federal Reserve or whoever decides what the GDP numbers are, if they don't bold-faced lie to us, which actually that's what they're going to do, right? Let's say GDP comes in at, -2% or -1%, whatever it is. It's really, they're fudging the numbers, right? Just like they always do, just like they just told us all to go get vaccinated and, oh, the COVID virus, oh, it's going to scare you. Anyways, if you're sick of being lied to, smash the like button. If you're sick of Joe Biden, smash the like button. And if you're sick of Governor Newsom, smash the like button. So that's it for Bitcoin and my thoughts there. Now, altcoins are going to do whatever Bitcoin does, but more. Okay, they're going to have more to the upside, more to the downside. And so, again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only giving you my opinion for entertainment purposes. We are, yet again, talking about magic internet money, so beware. last things last. Ethereum. Good old Ethereum. And we did talk about a move yesterday, I believe. Something like that. From wick to wick, we got down not quite to our target of 1337. However, we got to 1355. So close enough is close enough. If you played that bounce, kudos to you. How would you have known to play that bounce? Well, typically when you got the golden cross here on the green 55 and the purple 200, the purple 200, when they come down and touch it for the first time, that's usually a very bouncy region. And yeah, it looks like we're getting some more lift off here to, I mean, this is the ride or die moment here, pretty much. If we break back into this range, which we have had for some time, you know, we're already into that range. So let's say that's the range from this guy to this guy right here. Are there any divergences, and would there perhaps be a retest of some trend lines? So if we got a trend line on the 4-hour time frame coming from right here. Nope. Nope. There is the retest. Okay. So from the 4-hour time frame, and this is our last chance for love. If you're gonna, you know, get short on this market, and I can't wait to hear what comes out of this FOMC meeting. I'll be covering it tomorrow. But here's what I would say about Ethereum. If I was playing this guy right now, which I am probably going to jump into it right now. We are getting the silver cross. Yeah, we need rejection like right here, right now. Stop losses to kick in. Okay, so where would I put it? If I was going to short the market, and again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't short the market or trade anything if you don't have a trading plan. But what I'd be looking at right here, as this was a last major trend line, and this is what the prices like to do. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. But basically, when you break a major trend line like this, a lot of times you're going to break it and then hit your measure move and then come back and test that trend line. And usually that's the best selling opportunity if we are going to continue back down to the downside. And it works the same way on the upside. I think we have an example of it here on the NASDAQ on the shorter term time frames. So could we say, yeah, here we go. Remember, 3 touches to a trend line makes a trend. And actually, this trend line probably goes all the way back from right here. But no. I'm going to draw it. I'll draw it from right here. So we got this trend line coming in just like this. And where is the measure move off this guy? Is that the 50%? No, I would say 50% is more like right here. So does this have a little bit more of a leg higher? Perhaps. And if we line it up with some fibs right here, we did hit that fib target almost perfectly. Came back. We're retesting the trend line. And so since NASDAQ pretty much leads Bitcoin, and it's up 2.8%, and Bitcoin's up 1.9% today. Ethereum's up 4% today, back above 1,500. Good job, Ethereum. Yeah, we're just going to, you know, if we're going to be looking for some bad news coming out of the Fed meeting, and typically what most people do going into a Fed meeting. They go in neutral, meaning you got no trades on, and you wait for the meeting and the direction of the entire trend to happen. And that's probably how I'd be reading it as well. Again, good shorting opportunity off the green 55 right there. But back on to Ethereum, I said something about, hey, where would I put my risk limit in? And we are getting stopped at the 0.5. We can come up to the 618 off of this. However, yeah, so basically, if I did want to short off of this trend line, I would short right here. I'd put the stop loss right there. So downside risk, excuse me, you want to know if you're right or wrong as early as possible. And then if you're wrong, hey, as soon as you're stopped out, then you can turn it back to the upside and play for the top side of this range coming in at 1619. So it gives you the ability to be flexible and nimble and make some good trades. All right. So again, if I was going to mark this off, not financial advice. So you do it above the prior wick or even just the prior candle body, whatever. A closure above here or a wick above here. There you go. Closure above here or a wick above here on the 4-hour time frame. And I'd be looking for it to come back down. We have a lot of work to do. However, this would be more bearish divergence, right? Coming from this point right here. So you can notice that'd be 1, 2, 3. So if we do confirm this as a local high, how would we do that? Well, it would be a 4-hour closure back below 1482, call it 1482, and that'd be good enough for me. And I would confirm this as a local high and a third drive of bearish divergence, and I would look for targets down here at a minimum at 1336. That's it for today. 30 minutes of fun. How are you going to win that Bitcoin? Well, we are going to give away 0.01. Actually, we'll just make it $100 worth of Bitcoin. All you got to do is post a comment in the description below. You got to follow our YouTube channel. So post a comment, follow our YouTube channel, and follow our TikTok and our Instagram page. If we can confirm all that, we will go ahead and send you that $100 worth of Bitcoin to the wallet of your choice. Hope that works out for you guys. It's the end of the video now. It's time to go. It's time to get on with your hump day. Take care. Have a blessed day, and we will talk to you soon.